Welcome back to Doing Things with Lynn. If you're new here, welcome. I just do different things. So today I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw an ad. Sofia Coppola is doing a competition and it's like the end date is June 31st. You have to write out a little paper to present your short film idea, and if it's good, you'll get $20,000. I've never written a short film before. I like the idea. This is gonna be a documentary style video on how a person that's never written a short film before is going to try to win a short film contest by a very famous director. Enjoy. 2 film concepts that I'm working on. The first one is based in an airport. I wanted to start with the taxi cab scene of the person entering, getting ready for their flight, and I want the short film to end when they get on the plane, and I want the whole film to be about like the experience of what people see when they're in the airports, because sometimes you can have like ridiculous times, sometimes it's gonna be very like good times, and I want the character to be more of like a observer in the world, commentator on like what's happening, and I want a little ode to Men in Black and like to like lizard people, because I think that'd be funny. Because Men in Black is like, you never know who you see, and I feel like the airport is like a perfect place because everyone's going to such different places and you never know what you're gonna find. Ooh, I love that idea. So I think that's gonna be the first concept for my short film. And then the second idea, actually I think I'm gonna do the airport one because I like it better. But the second idea is basically there's a new couple and it's their family meeting for the first time. It could just be like going for a dinner, whatever. And I want the TV show or the short film to represent like the first 15 minutes of the meeting, like, and these 2 families are the most different you could possibly imagine. I don't know in what ways. Maybe it'll be funny if they're like the same like race and social class and all of that, and the contrast is the personality more than the cultures, because I think that's interesting, because you think like, oh, if you marry someone like you then everything's the same, but it's not necessarily the case. But I just want it to be like conflict and like comedy and like awkwardness within those 5 minutes, and it ends when like the dinner starts or something like that. So those are my 2 concepts. These are the note cards I have. So 1 piece of paper makes 1, 2, makes 4, and we need 30. I think the theme we're gonna start with first, I'm gonna start with first is going to be the airport one. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest in order to get some inspiration for the aesthetics I want before writing the script. Maybe power outage at the airport. That could be kind of crazy because look at this. I'm doing research.
Drunk guy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Passengers crashing out after an 8-hour delay. So maybe it's not a guy from thingy into getting on plane. Maybe it's like 4 friends that got delayed for their flight for 8 hours and what they do those 8 hours. Ooh! Ooh, TV gold, guys. Short film gold. You guys heard it here first. Watching magic happen. I want all the crazy side characters that this person encounters on the way to his flight or her flight to be all the people that I found on TikTok. So they're all like real people that they encounter with. That'd be hilarious. So it's been a couple hours since that last video was filmed. And since I let you guys go, I wrote the entire thing and submitted it. I did not edit it. I was looking over it after I already submitted it. A lot of like some words, some typos, but I think you understand the gist of it. I needed to put a title page. I was thinking of making like a little collage for it, but I'm not an artist, so I did just put my file into ChatGPT and was like, make me 3 examples, and I used that. I know AI artist, but I'm impulsive. I want to say I feel bad about using it because I don't support the company. I don't support Sam Altman. I don't like him, but I'm clearly using his company. But I don't support Jeff Bezos by ordering things on Amazon. I feel like 2 things can be true at once, and it's hard in everyday life, but you can act in certain ways, but I use that because it helped me achieve the goals I wanted to in the way that would be more beneficial, because I find that if I didn't, I have ADHD, I might have never gotten back to it. So I did what was most beneficial to me. I don't feel bad about it, but I do understand that the actions I did come with a lot of complications and problems. I didn't need to add this disclaimer, but I feel like it's important because there's a huge discussion on using artificial intelligence, especially with jobs and things like that, how it affects the environment and especially the people running it, and privacy issues, etc. Also, how it's affecting people's minds and education and ability to read and understand concepts. So it's very important discussion to talk about, and I just wanted to add my 2 cents in. So basically, I submitted it all. I'll show you guys, I'll add. Here you can see a little bit lowdown of the page I made with everything. I ended up having to add the images separately. I wrote this all up and then I realized you have to write it up in the website. If you guys want to promote your short film, you definitely should. And if you're not promoting short film, vote for mine. Vote for me, vote for me. But yeah, this is kind of the aesthetic I want. I'm going for, I looked at images from Lost, um, A Real Pain. Love that movie. I loved Lost, but I didn't end up watching it, and it gave me a little fear of airplanes, but that doesn't matter. And then for the third aesthetic, I was looking at the TikToks of the real life situations that I want to add into the short film, and then I used those specific ones for aesthetics. Also, if you guys saw the TV show Off Campus about the hockey boys, they show like them texting and there's a split in the screen like this or a split in the screen like this, and I kind of like that concept, so I would want to use that in the short film as well. So basically, I hyper focused, I wrote it all out, I published it without reviewing. Everyone else's looks super professional. Look, scroll through here, look at everyone else's ideas, they look super professional and well done. I wish them all the best of luck, but manifesting that I win. And I hope you enjoy this. This is your sign to just do it, because worst thing they can do is say no. Who cares? Why not try? Okay, so we need to catch up. So yesterday I posted the project. I posted it really quick. There was an option to post a video, but I was like so excited and so like into it that I just like posted it, whatever. I sent it to like my mom, my dad, my sister, my sister's boyfriend. My boyfriend read it. My mom and dad thought that it was great. They replied the next day. My boyfriend said it was great. My sister's boyfriend said it looked good and he was gonna review it, but I think he forgot. But I was already so freaking anxious, I didn't even care. I already published it. I wasn't even waiting for his response. So now I look at my email and I have at least like 10 replies. People have rated it. And I was like, there's just no way, because I didn't expect anyone to even look at it. And a lot of the people seem to like the idea, which is really exciting. And then I was looking at all the other people's submissions, and people have full-on scripts and like more aesthetic pictures, and I realized I can edit it, so I'm gonna add a video of me talking about my project, why I like it, maybe add more aesthetics. Hello, my name is Jacqueline Patel Fink, but I go by Jackie. I want to first say thank you so much for this opportunity. I appreciate it. And who I am as a filmmaker is someone that wants to make people smile, basically show the little moments in life that we forget about that are important and beautiful. Like when someone trips over and they laugh but they're not hurt, or if there's like a little annoyance in how someone manages their emotions that can make you have joy, like the little small things that we're trying to understand and how everyone's trying to live through life. And I thought it would be a fun idea to be able to express that in a situation where I find a lot of comedy, which is at airports when people get stressed. And I saw a lot of amazing TikTok videos, and I thought it would be a fun idea to portray that. Next, someone that I really appreciate as a filmmaker is Rachel Sennett. I was looking at her movies recently and her TV shows, and she's really an inspiration. I think she does a really great job with just representing my generation and her generation, which I think isn't really done well in movies a lot, and that's really exciting of me to see. I also really love Benito Skinner. His TV show of Overcompensating was also a really good representation of that, and it's really nice to see like young people in film. So those are my two biggest like inspirations and the reason why I want to become a filmmaker. And how I saw this project, I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw this opportunity and I was like, wow, I've never had an opportunity like this before. I think it's my shot. I better take it. I love my idea. I talked to some friends about it. They said, why not? My family. And that's why I'm doing it. I really hope you enjoy my idea and it gives you a new perspective on the world. I know it's like quite silly, but I hope it makes people laugh and also recognize that It's hard. Stressful situations are hard, and that's okay. And it's okay to laugh at ourselves and the world around us. Like I said, I have no idea why it's flipped around. I swear last time I checked it wasn't. This is the title page I have. I really need to fix it. This is not what I wanted. And these are the aesthetics I was thinking for the page. This is what I had originally when I posted the first time around. And this is what I added in my second edit. It's inspiration from, I forgot his name's movie, but then I thought these are all inspirations from Tumblr. No, I mean from Pinterest. And I thought it was funny to have the girl on the guy, or the guy sitting on the chair, everyone laying down on everything, the guy without his clothes on. These could all be like influences. The falcons are my favorite, and the furries are jokes. Like, that just showed up. I was like, there's no way. So those are kind of the aesthetic I was going for. The video I just showed you guys, I just did it on a whim. I think maybe I could have talked more about the project, but I just answered the questions they recommended for the video, and I gave it with my heart, so hopefully that was okay. And this is everything that was originally written in that first shot that I told you about when I went off to write it all by myself after we talked. But yeah, but this is the really exciting part. So you know how I was showing you guys the reviews from before? Oh, I hope you didn't hear that. So you know how I was showing you guys the reviews from before? Oh, this is where I have the TikTok videos, and then I basically organized it to make new potential plot lines because people were suggesting I need a script, which I agree with, and we're going to write the script together. Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. That the reviews from the emails I was telling you about, look, you can see them here. That's a new review from when I updated it. But I was so surprised that people loved the idea so much. It made me feel happy, and I'm excited to give writing a script a go. And I'll teach you everything I learned because you guys are coming along the way with me. But look how exciting. These are all the email notifications I got. And we're manifesting. We're going to get it all done. Hopefully we win. This is really exciting stuff. I think this is going to be worth it putting the work in. And I'm glad I'm sharing this with you and that we're like exploring this together. I'll show you everything I did yesterday after I left you because I cut up the papers and I dipped. And right when I dipped, I was just going to do the research like I told you on some pictures. But I ended up pulling up a document and it just like went ham. Here. I'll put the document here scrolling as you guys can see. And then I realized in the submission that you didn't need to submit a document, that you write out the stuff, so I had to recopy it, paste, whatever. I'm very excited. We're actually going to be doing this and taking it seriously. The submission deadline is early July. So we'll see what we can do. I wasn't expecting to do any work this summer because it's freaking summertime and I'm like kind of on a gap year situation. Unemployment situation. That's why we're applying for new things, trying new things out. So I wasn't really planning on doing anything this summer and not trying until September again. But YOLO, as a older Gen Z says. This is something I've always wanted to do. I've always loved writing books. I've always loved coming up with stories. I've just never thought of it as a possibility for me or even considered it. But when I saw the advertising, I said, what's the worst thing I can lose? And when I came up with an idea and I thought it was funny and, you know, we were together through it all. And here we are. The next day, I have an endorsement. Someone endorsed it and I reached the amount of endorsement I needed. And then someone else gave me really good advice about the story. Update on the Sofia Coppola. Update on this competition. So I was looking at how to write a script, but the ideas I was coming up with, it makes all the scripts so sad because you have to have like emotion. Like, for example, if they focus on loss or growth or identity or other stuff like that. There's like a whole list, and I try to come up with like a storyline that would work for my airport story. But now I'm thinking, like, do I even want to write it? Like, I don't think it makes the sense I thought it did when it was just like comedy skit. But when you turn it into an actual like movie, it needs to have a plot line, which is obviously it's like so like obvious to people that have studied this, but yikes. I think I'm in over my head. I'm between travel days right now. I'm gonna have my like weekly travel vlog out. You guys can see that there. It's probably gonna be out before this is, so you guys will already know the whole experience I've had and why I'm in the room. But these are the two ideas I was thinking about. The main character gets to the airport to meet up with his high school friends. He tells his wife he's nervous. She says it's been 10 years. They have matured. It should be fine. This is all over text or like phone call on his way to the airport or her way. Who cares? Like, I don't know who the main character is right now. Like, we haven't created that. We're just trying to come up with a plot. So like, I wish I was the type of girl that didn't say he like for everything, but it's so conditioned in me. So the main character gets out of the taxi, lands, sees first friend causing chaos. After checking bags with this one, they meet the second friend at the security. There's a problem again. You can see main character getting anxious or embarrassed after each friend. They meet two other friends at a restaurant, more conflict. Main character takes a break, a moment to the bathroom to regroup. Is like calling his wife's whatever, defending him, or they're like something else where this guy is trying to regulate or girl. Then they step outside, there's more havoc, it's like chaos. So when he steps outside, I want it to be like the scene in Mean Girls where it's like there's an animal and like everyone's fighting each other, and it's like how they're seeing it compared to animals with Africa, like that kind of aesthetic vibe. So then he's chaotic, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna be doomed. But then he sees his best friend on the flight that's already there, and he's like the guy that's like him. So it's like finally a breath of fresh air. It's two friends that are calm in the chaos, and maybe it can be like a conversation on identity, like he knows where he's at, like who they were, like growth, change, development, but you still have those people that you grow with versus maybe people that you grow apart from. So it can be like the end scene, it's like next time just us, like type vibe. Actually, I like that. And then the other idea, my other potential plot, I thought I had it written somewhere. I thought I had it written in the same place as this potential plot. Oh, or another idea could be like the main character, Jane Doe. Look, it kind of looks like Kendall's like hearts in her Instagram post. Should I recreate? Okay, let's get back into the focus. So Jane, the idea is Jane, the main character. This is my log line. Jane gets to airport, chaos ensues, and she thinks that everyone is having fun and she's just being left behind, living life mundanely. She needs to overcome her perception of how people perceive her, or else she will never see what's right in front of her connection. So it's how this person is interacting with like strangers and how she reads it versus how the normal audience would read the situation. And then something happens at the end to make her realize, wait, maybe it's my perception. And then I thought that could be like a good ending. But you see, like, I don't like that I have to get so deep with it. I wish I could just make jokes all the time, but you can't write a movie that way. And then there's some questions like, what emotions did the audience feel? And I'm thinking joy, laughter, connection. I don't know. I think I like the first idea better. But I also think the theme I chose for this short film, even with 20,000, like, it might be a bit excessive. I don't know if this is the correct project. But, like, it was so fun in my head that now when it's, like, having to come into reality, it's a little annoying. Okay, this is the update. So I haven't really been able to check where my position and standing is because I got logged out of the account and I can't log in. I can't change anything. I can't add the script. I can't log in. I can't check what other people are saying. I don't know how to fix it. It's been like a week or two of me logged out. So I'm glad I tried it. Who knows where we're gonna end up. I doubt anywhere, but I guess we're gonna manifest. I was able to log back on, but like my Gmail doesn't do it. My Apple doesn't do it. I'm getting the emails to my Gmail. Was it all deleted? Is it gone? Whatever. So that was a bust, but keep shooting your shot, guys. You never know what you're gonna get.